Hello, beautiful people. How we doing? It's a wonderful time to be here. It's a very special time because, let me get this right, we have in our presence a 4-year varsity player who went All-State in 2020,
Yep.
3-time All-Conference, led our high school team in kills for 3 years, led the team in aces her junior and senior year, once played with a 102-degree fever not too long ago and went stupid. I call that Jordan with the flu. An all-conference golfer. And a D1 CCSU volleyball player. So many accolades, oh my God. And the living embodiment, this is my personal words, of the indomitable spirit and one of the hypest people I have ever met. Maddie Massaro, how we doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome.
It's awesome to have you here.
Thanks for having me here. I'm so excited and excited to talk about everything.
Yeah, so you and I are both from the same town, shout out.
Right.
State of Connecticut.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on Connecticut?
In general,
Yeah.
it's kind of dreary, if that makes sense. Compared to, if you look at Florida or,
Okay.
a different place where it's, electric, I feel like Connecticut is very, drabby.
Yeah.
But I think all of us are going to stay here, if that makes sense.
I completely
I don't
agree.
see many people leaving, even though we all complain about it.
Yeah.
We all stay.
Are you someone who, once winter comes around, where you want it to still be sunny and hot, or do you enjoy the mix of seasons?
I actually enjoy the mix. I like Christmas time.
Yeah.
I love the Christmas spirit.
I do
I think
too.
that's why I love winter so much.
Yeah.
But I do love the summer, being tan and
Yeah.
going to the beach and stuff like that.
For
But
sure.
but also the getting dark so early makes me so depressed. So I'm just not sure.
Yeah,
you know?
seriously. I got into a debate with somebody this morning. And they were like, "Oh man, I would love it if there was palm trees out and it's Christmas morning." I'm like, "Bro, respectfully, what are you talking about, dude?"
No, seriously.
I think that in order to have good times, aka summer, you
Yep.
got to go through the grind, which is the
100%.
winter. Even though, I got a birthday in the winter, so that's kind of biased. But
When's your birthday?
December 29th,
December 18th.
good stuff.
Look at that.
Capricorn,
Sagittarius.
really?
I'm right on the cutoff.
Right at the
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
man.
not into that stuff.
I
but-
was supposed to be born on Christmas.
What is a Sagittarius? Are you into that stuff? Do you even know?
I have no idea.
Maybe someone.
Maybe they will, but
Yeah.
I don't follow any of that.
Oh, by the way, if you're watching, listening, hello, welcome, or welcome back. Be sure to subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Appreciate the support. Yeah. So we are here,
Yep.
and we have talked about this for a while, but dude, so I want to know now, unless you're willing to share, not share. So when I talked about the Jordan with the flu game, what what is it, a flu? Are you actually what?
I'm not sure. I think so. Our entire team basically went downhill.
Yeah.
Players were getting sick left and right, and I think it's just because we are with each other all the time, 24/7.
Right.
And even if we're not in practice together, we're hanging out outside of it. We live together pretty much. So
Yeah.
whatever one person has, we just pass it back and forth. We don't know what it is. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a flu, if it's a really bad cold.
I'm assuming it's not COVID.
No, we
Yeah.
get. I took tests at home and
Yeah.
I was negative.
Right.
But it's so frustrating because you think you're getting better and then you go to practice and lift
Yeah.
all week and then you feel like crap. So it's all right, sick. So let me just keep pushing. You know.
Have you ever had COVID?
Never.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Never had COVID either.
Look at
That's
that.
good stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah. Is it even a real thing? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Chill. No, but it's kind of scary because
No.
especially if you. Not that we know of. Maybe
Right.
we did have it, but
We
we
didn't
just
test it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Maybe. I got strep throat back in the summer, maybe last April. That was the only time I got really sick.
Right.
And I wanted to just jump off a bridge.
Die.
It was so bad.
Yes.
I've never had it. And it felt like somebody was just
your
slowly
throat.
ripping my. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's how strep is.
Yeah, it's. Ugh. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No, one of my best friends gets strep every 6 months, every 5
That
months.
sucks.
It's so bad. It's awful.
So, obviously, you are, if I believe, your second year in college now?
Yep.
How's your college experience been, would you say?
I think overall, good. I think it's not amazing and
Okay.
it's not terrible, but
I think good's okay.
comparing it to high school, I think great because I've made so many good friends and I've learned a lot about myself and just so many lessons have been taught and figuring it out on my own, even though I still live so close to home.
Yeah.
But still being in my own space and figuring stuff out for me, I think it has really helped me grow as a person and that ability to almost restart and build your own idea of yourself again, because like you don't have a reputation coming into college. You could build a whole new reputation of yourself.
Yeah.
So I like that restart that you kind of get, if that makes sense.
What do you think is the difference between you now and you in high school?
I think me now, I'm way more mature. I've always been told I was mature for my age growing up, but I didn't make a lot of stupid decisions and acted out of impulse when I shouldn't have, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I think now I've learned to almost go with the flow and let stuff roll off my back as if I would take a lot of stuff to heart in high school. But it's also different because we're in two different environments.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like in high school, it's like you're trapped almost, and in college you can make it whatever you want. If you want to sit in your room all day, you can.
Yeah.
If you want to like not talk to anyone for 3 days, you can. You know, in high school you can't get away with that.
Yeah, you just constantly see the same people every day.
Yes, and it gets tiring, and people don't talk about it enough.
They don't.
And it's just like people like, oh, high school was so much fun. Like,
right.
For you. But like look at the majority of the people who actually struggled and like are I see people that like I went to high school with and like now and like they're thriving in college sometimes. Some of them, like people that go far and stuff, I'm like, I love that you're doing good.
Yeah.
You know? But like how about for you? Like the difference between college and
Dude,
high school?
you're not going to believe this. Because we didn't really know each other in high school.
Right.
But for those that know me, I was like ridiculously shy. Like it was bad.
Yeah.
It was probably like my biggest weakness. Like this couldn't happen.
Right.
Like I would have thought you were like here and I was like here.
No.
I used to do like the whole level thing because popularity.
Right, but it shouldn't be a thing.
What's up with that?
Right, stupid.
But yeah, I think if my high school self looked at me today, he would be jealous because I'm at peace. Right. That was something that not many people can find, especially in, like you said, in high school. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting environment for sure. So you're wearing I noticed that you, and I haven't brought this up, you're wearing a smiley face.
Yep.
A smiley face shirt.
Yes.
And you're one of the biggest mental health advocates that I know.
Yes.
And I don't think it's close. You should take pride in that.
Yeah.
So why, I'm not going to say why exactly do you care about, because I think everyone should care about mental health. But you don't need to talk about this unless you want to.
Right.
But what exactly led to you, or is the reason that you personally take so much pride in mental health?
Awesome question. So going back to what we were talking about high school,
okay.
It was a terrible time for me. And I became like severely depressed. And I explained it to people like you feel like you're trapped in a hole and you're trying to claw to get out and you can't get out. And there was like no one offering a hand of help. And that's how I felt for 4 years. So I was depressed. I became suicidal. Suicide attempt came.
Oh my God.
It's a deep topic.
Wow.
But that's what it light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
So after that, I basically made a deal with myself that I will never let anybody else feel the way that I felt if I have power over it.
Cool.
So I deleted social media for like 2 years at one point. I was like off the grid. I hated everybody. But now I use that and I try to make a positive difference. So I post a lot of stuff in my stories of helping people, like drop boxes for people to reach out to get help. And that was something that I never thought I would ever do because I was never that positive person.
Yep.
But I have helped many people like get out of that hole. And being that person for somebody else can literally save somebody's life. And I think that drawing so much awareness to mental health is so important because people think, oh no, it doesn't matter. Like, but it does matter because like if you let that pile up over and over and over again, you're gonna be depressed and it's gonna lead to worse things. Like the shirt says positive state of mind on it. Mm-hmm. It's so important to have a positive state of mind, but like if we don't talk about it, nothing's gonna get done. So I think that's my main reason.
Have you ever in your lifetime trying to be the, how do I say this? I don't want to say like the Dr. Phil role where you have to listen to everybody's problems, but that was something that I actually did a lot, but I didn't ever leave enough energy for myself. Right. Has it ever happened to you where you're like, oh, like I love helping people, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, like how am I supposed to handle I can't even handle my shit. Right.
That's happening to me right now, like all the time. And my friends watching, like I love helping them, and I love being that person that people go to for help because I enjoy it. I do enjoy helping people, listening to them, and caring. But sometimes it does get a lot because when I'm dealing with my own stuff, my family issues, my own mental, it's hard because I'm like, oh, let me put myself aside and help all my friends first, and then I kind of leave myself in the dust.
Right.
Which is one of my biggest flaws, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a hard one.
It's like yes and no, because like I want to be that person, but you also have to take a step back and respect yourself at one point. But it's hard when you have a big heart and you care about people.
Yeah, I completely agree. There was one day when I was listening to somebody's problems and I was like, dude, just shut up. Like, I can't right now. And then it sounds like common sense. It really does. Right. But until you learn it, like there's certain things in life personally that I believe it's better to go through it and let it happen and learn from it than for someone to tell you it's going to happen type
100%,
situation.
I agree.
I think a good example is you can't control who stays in your life and who leaves.
Yep.
That's a big one. And just you can't, how do I say this? You can't, especially the transition from high school to college, you have people that, especially like close friends, that they'll go to other colleges far away or
right.
they get into sports or whatever the case is and like slowly break apart.
Right.
And it's sad, but it happens most of the time. But you don't want to be the parent that goes, oh, look at your high school best friends. Oh, like you're not going to be friends in 2 years.
No.
You don't want to do that. You got to, because you got to let your child, whoever, find their own peace. That's what I think.
I agree with you.
At least that's what happened to me.
Right.
So you're someone that went from high school right into college.
Right.
And I took a gap year. So we have two different paths.
How was that?
Led to the same place. How's what?
How was that gap year?
It was interesting. I worked a lot.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing really happened. It's kind of like clicking refresh on a computer and then the little buffer. That's what the gap year was.
Okay.
Little buffer. But still led us to
worked.
the same place.
Right.
It
exactly.
did. Yeah.
That's good.
Back in my little intro.
Yeah.
Golfer?
I was actually all state golfer.
Yeah. I said that. What got you into golf?
Oh my gosh. My dad actually got me into golf. He is a big golfer.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, whatever. So I was going to play lacrosse in high school, but I didn't.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? Whatever. Like, let's screw it. Let's try golf, right? So pick up a club. I'm okay at it. But my father, every single time we would go to the driving range, he would have patience for about 3 minutes. And then the moment I would mess up, Madison, come on. I can't.
Oh, man.
I love my father, but come on. He got me into it, but then I teach myself.
Yeah.
But golf is actually so much fun because coming off of, like, volleyball, which is such, like, intense sport, like, boom, 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 like, let's do it. And then golf, it's, like, peaceful.
Yeah.
And, like,
nice little Wii Sports action.
It's a mental game because it's all you. So if you mess up, you have to walk to your shot, get in your head. It's, like, awful. But actually, it was so much fun.
Do you still golf?
I don't have time, but I work at a golf course. So it's like I use the jargon of golf like with the people I work with.
Yep.
So it's cool working on a golf course.
I once the only times, this is going to sound so sad, the only times I've ever been to that, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The only times I've ever been there were for like post funeral services.
Yep.
I think that happens a lot.
It does happen.
Oh my God.
In the restaurant you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Yes,
yep.
exactly.
Casamia, right?
No, that's Indian Hill.
Oh, that's not where you work? So look at that.
But that's a different one.
Botch my swing.
Right.
No pun intended. No, yes, pun intended. Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
Indian Hill. Yeah.
Yes. That was our home course anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's where I would always go. Good wine. Pretty good wine. Yeah, that's cool. Little funny story. There was one time where my great uncle, this dude was trying to, and I'm not even close with him, just distant family member. Yeah. We were outside just chilling, watching the golfers do their thing. And this guy just gets Italian side of the family, by the way. Yeah. This guy just, he had like surgery on like his shoulder or something, so he's in a sling. I don't know if you've ever seen The Godfather.
Yes.
You have? Yes. Do you remember when, I don't remember if it was Michael or the dad. Somebody was in a sling at some point in the movie. I feel like, well, it's like the mob with the jacket over, and then the arms like this, and he's like this, and he gets into one of the golf carts, and obviously he's not I guess he gets, because he's like, oh, he's talking to one of his buddies, oh, I'm gonna take you down the hill, like you don't need to walk, don't worry about it, I got it under control. And then one of the managers like, sir, like we cannot use it. He's like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? It was like the most old man Italian thing I've ever seen in my life. It was a spectacle. It was incredible. That's like the only golf stories I really have. I mean, I have a friend who golfs, a couple people I know. What do you think about golf slander? Can you tolerate golf slander? Or
God.
people are like, oh, golf.
Yes, so people always say that, oh, golf is so boring. It's like so easy. No, it's not.
It's hard as
I
fuck.
would love to see you pick up a club and hit a ball and hit it into the air. It is so hard because you have to do the same swing every single time to get the same outcome.
You ever see Happy Gilmore?
Yep. Can't do that.
What do you mean?
Like the wind up with the run.
Oh, yeah.
No, I can't. But that's the thing.
You ever raged?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. At the driving range, like rage quit.
What's your craziest story that you can share?
Okay. At the driving range, there was one time where we were just working on like a shot and I just couldn't get it, and I just took my club and whipped it on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
And I was really mad. But it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I back in gym class when they made us do golf, I genuinely wanted to just leave school.
It's so frustrating.
It's unfair.
Right.
I think. Especially I don't know. It's like golf is cool. Mini golf is fun. I like mini golf. I like putting. Putting's cool. But driving is supposed to be the funnest part. The most fun part.
It's the hardest.
You ever been to Top Golf?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a Top Golf. Did not enjoy it because I couldn't fucking hit the ball.
You can't hit it. No.
It's
the hardest part. I think hitting your driver is probably the hardest part of the game.
Yeah.
And it's the fattest club, so it's harder. But when you golf, like golfing during a match in high school, not for me. Like, it was fun, but not like fun. But when you go out with your friends and like you have a good time, that's when it's fun. Like with your family or like stuff like that.
So in terms of high school competition, how did it work? Did everyone on one team like just kind of work on one whole pause, but then and then like you go against the other team and then you just do a culmination of the total scores?
It would basically work like, so every team would have 5 varsity players, and the coach would say, okay, you're the top one, so you're number 1, and the other team would have a number 1, so you'd play against each other.
Okay.
And then the number 2 of Newington, whatever, and
shout out Newington, yeah.
And the other number 2 of the other team. So you play in a group of 4.
Yep.
They would go out and play.
Okay.
And the 3s and the 4s,
gotcha,
and then the 5s and the 6s.
Cool.
Would go play, and
wow,
then you would add up the 4 best scores. So say if I shot a 40. My friend and the 2 shot a 30. You would add up all of those, and then whoever has the lowest score wins the match.
So it sounds okay. So when it comes to golf, is that so? Because you said that you started at a very young age. So is that the first ever sport you played? Or what's the first ever sport you played?
I started I took like lessons when I was like 6 or 7, but that fell off the wagon.
Yep.
Picked it back up in 9th grade. The first sport I ever played was basketball. I would say, but
you have a favorite team?
I don't really follow basketball.
You're a Thunder fan. Welcome.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
I watch football. I'm a Dolphins fan, but sorry.
Well, sorry. What are you sorry for? I'm not a Patriots fan.
I'm just saying people hate the Dolphins.
I mean, we beat you. That was fun.
All right. Well, let's take a step back here. Take a step back. No, hear me out. I mean, I was a cheerleader.
When?
1st grade, kindergarten through 5th grade.
Okay.
But then I started
Gotcha.
to get out of that, basketball, lacrosse, all that stuff. So, yeah, I've always been raised to play a sport, especially with my brother.
Yeah.
Who would wrestle me in the backyard all the time and just absolutely fight me. Yeah. And I was we have an 8-year difference, so obviously he's always gonna win. But he taught me a lot about grit and just sucking it up.
Yeah, because I don't know if you would rather take this as a compliment. To me, compliment.
Yeah.
It seems like you can handle yourself very well. It seems like if, let's say some random creep would just go, you could just beat the shit out of
100%.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't you're not the average girl, the stereotypical girly girl.
Right. Don't fuck with me.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You're the badass.
Yes.
The Ronda Rousey type.
Yeah.
At least I would think. You agree?
I think I see myself like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so interesting because okay, and I'm so glad that I finally get to talk about this with you in person because we never have.
Right.
Okay. You said rah volleyball, peace, and golf.
Yeah.
When it comes to volleyball, all the accolades speak for themselves in high school. I never saw you play, which is unfortunate. Yeah. But how exactly did you become this destroyer of worlds that I read about? How does that work?
I don't know. I actually started playing volleyball freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely fell in love with it. My high school coach, always pushed me to be the best. They held me to a high standard, but I put in a lot of work in high school, especially. Like, I would play club or like off-season volleyball, or if I was not at practice, I was bumping a ball in the backyard, or I was setting in the backyard, I was working on my swing. Like, it would just be little stuff like that, which added up, and it was just like a love for it, and it was my only outlet at the time.
Right.
So, like I said, when I was depressed, that was the only thing that brought me joy.
Wow.
So that was I think
you're the product of all of that
yes.
coming together. Wow.
And I think that's where my love really like went for it, because
Yeah.
I'd have a bad day, but I'd go and play and I'd feel better after. So then I started, like, the grind would come, and then my junior, senior year, I started becoming an outside hitter, and that's when I would go all the way around.
So break down the positions for me. So like, obviously I've been watching,
Right.
but yeah, just so also for the people that haven't really watched volleyball.
So
break it down.
There's a setter.
Yep.
Obviously, the person that sets the ball up to the hitter.
Yep.
You have your libero,
Yep.
which is a person with a different color jersey, which other people.
What's the responsibility of the libero?
You're the best passer on the team,
Okay.
pretty much.
Yep.
So, which is why, like, you're always in the back row, so you're always passing.
Okay.
Yeah, they basically designate a passer. You have two middles in a lineup, so usually the tallest that stands up there, they block, and they hit the ball straight down. They sit in the middle of the court.
Yep.
You have your opposite hitter, your right side, which is behind the setter, so that's just where they play. And
Gotcha.
then you have two outsides.
Yep.
Your outside sits on the left side, and then they also play in the middle back, in the back row.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of rotation. You always have your own rotations, which I'm not going to get into because they're so confusing.
Yep.
But yeah, so usually, like, you can move positions. Like, usually you wouldn't see a setter going to be an outside hitter, even though, like, in college I do play every position. So it's like...
So, in high school, you started off as a what, outside hitter?
I was a middle hitter, actually.
Okay.
Which is so weird because I was literally 5'6".
Right.
And
did you have a really good vert or something?
I did, yeah. Not my freshman or sophomore year because I just didn't know how to jump.
Yeah.
But my junior, senior year, I got up there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I started becoming outside, and that's when I was like, all right, this is fun. Like, it just felt good, you know?
What's the best way for a volleyball player to get better at the game aside from, well, I mean, you could just have like a nice little volleyball cannon shooter and just poof, you know, because these, I tell you, I have seen some shit.
Right.
Especially watching the CCSU team.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, I don't know if I would, just the average person could just,
It's hard.
It's not what you think.
No.
It's very hard.
I agree.
Very.
I think the best way to get better is
lots of leg training, maybe.
That, and I just think that, like, my coaches have always told me always just, like, touch the ball. Like, always go out and, like, just play. Because those are your fundamentals. Work on your fundamentals, and when a game comes, you can fall back on them. Right.
Yeah.
And just, like, just muscle memory. But I think also, like, we do a lot of weightlifting.
Yep.
Being strong, having strong legs, having good endurance, upper body wise too.
Yep.
That's also will make your game way better if you could perform at a higher level or outlast your opponent.
How did it feel for you when you got your very first accolade? And was it in volleyball? Because golf was when did you get all-state golf or all-conference?
I got all-conference my junior year, all-state senior year.
Okay.
Of golf.
Yep.
I went all-conference in volleyball, and then up until my senior year. And then I got all-state, which was the most crazy feeling ever because there's only been one other all-state volleyball player in all of Newington High.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa. That was always my goal. And that was a COVID year, kind of. So they told us we didn't have a state tournament.
Yeah.
So, like, they were like, oh, there's not going to be all-state since there isn't states.
Oh,
so I
man.
was so upset.
Was that the goal that season to get all-state?
That was my goal. That's been my goal
because you got in the door with all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
And my goal, like, obviously people go to Newington, like, I want to be on the wall. Like, I want to be on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, that was my goal. And, like, hearing that, oh, no more all-state, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, come on. But then, like, they did recognize all-state players, and I was like, yeah, let's go.
You were very active in the community, at least for the most part. And obviously, you did a summer camp volleyball clinic, which I was there for. And it was funny because on one of the days when it rained, because some of the kids were like, oh, Maddie, blah, 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 like, oh, like, no volleyball today. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, watch this. So we go into the gym, and I point up at the wall. I go, "That's Maddie." I was like, "That's the girl who you think is like just a volleyball player." I was like, "She's fucking nice." Yeah, no, that lasts forever.
Yeah.
Like, so at least you could say you made a legacy for yourself, and that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
What I like to say is, honestly, all the way until either however you want to look at it, after high school. For me, it's after college, because especially getting a taste of the gap year, you see what it's truly like when you have no friends around, no classes, and it's just you versus the world.
Yep.
That's when life truly starts. You haven't gotten there yet.
No.
So one day at a time. You don't got to worry about that. We'll kick that can down the road.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, how do I like to say this? So right now, like you said, college has been good for you.
Yeah.
But would you say you're at peace? You're still finding yourself? Or
I would say that my freshman year was probably, it was very hard for me. Was
that the COVID year? 2021?
2020? We were masked up, but nothing really was changed.
Yeah.
I just went through a lot of personal things that that really destroyed me, and I lost myself.
Wow.
I really did lose myself, and I am still learning from what I went through. And I think that really what taught me to be so strong and for other people, because I saw myself at my lowest, and that was then, and I feel like I've grown so much, which is why I emphasize to people like how healing is not linear. Like, you can have great days and like, oh, I'm doing great, and the next year like, oh shit, I'm doing bad again. Which is fine. Healing is gonna be like this. It's not gonna be like that.
Yeah.
And
that's so funny. I literally told somebody the same thing. My example was like, it could be like this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I am starting to be at peace now. I think the older I get too, the more I realize that little things that would bother me in the past don't really matter or shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But this is also a really stressful time for me, because like, I want to go, after college, I want to go to grad school. I want to go to
What's your major?
School. I'm a psychology major.
Really? So do you want to be a therapist?
See, that was one of my biggest things I wanted to be, because I think that would be a great like field for me.
Yeah.
But I want to be a PA. I want to work in the ER. Yeah.
Really?
That's my goal. That's my end goal.
What does PA stand for?
Physician assistant. So it's like one step down from a doctor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that something like you truly see my peace with? Like, that's like this.
Oh yeah, like I'm already looking into like I'm already signing up for classes I have to take that aren't even required for my major that are required to get into PA school. Like, that's my goal.
So, have you ever had like any sort of training? Like, you'd be working at like a hospital?
Yep.
Like
so this winter.
Shout out Hartford Hospital, maybe.
That's what I'm trying to get into. Yeah. That I'm also shadowing a PA that works in like a Bristol hospital.
Wow.
So it's like, it's real, because you have to start doing that stuff now.
Yeah.
But it's like getting a taste of what your future's gonna be like. It's crazy.
And it's funny because that's definitely a field where you can't cheat in class.
No.
Yes. I don't know about you and how active you are on social media at this moment.
Yeah.
But dude, these memes I was seeing in 2020, and it was one of them was like a lawyer or a graduate from law school who like cheated on his like bar or whatever. Like fucking up and getting his client like the death sentence.
Yes.
Like on his first case. Like little things like that. No, like you really can't cheat.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
No,
cheat.
there's gonna be, dude, 2020, 2021, a lot of idiots graduating college.
I have to agree with you, because like, especially when it comes to the medical field, you can't cheat. Like, when you're under pressure, have to make a decision in the ER, I can't look it up on Google or Quizlet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
But what's your major?
Communications.
Okay.
Go figure, right?
What do you want to do with it?
No clue.
No clue?
Nope.
None.
I'm just doing what I think I'm good at and what I love.
Okay.
Which is, I think, what a lot of people need to do.
I'm
trying to get them to buy in. It's not like I'm fucking, who's a famous person, just random example. I don't know, Logan Paul,
Okay.
Jake Paul, the Paul brothers. All right, it's
Yeah.
not like I'm them, where if you see me, you know who I am, boom, 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 boom. But I'm someone who I'm trying to get the people, at least within like my, like whoever's within my range, whatever, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but whoever knows me, whoever's close to me, whoever follows me on social media platforms or whatever, you see that I don't use Instagram like a Tinder. That's like the biggest thing I try and preach. Like, don't use Instagram like a Tinder or a complete highlight reel. That's not what its original intent was for.
No.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, because you talked about how you deleted social media for so long. It doesn't need to be your enemy. And you can even do little things. Little petty high school party you were invited to, mute.
Right.
That's simple.
Right.
You don't know what you don't know. You can't be affected by what you don't know is going on.
True.
That's why people that don't have social media, they're so happy.
Exactly.
So, because obviously social media can be because you're always on your phone and always scrolling, and it just seems like you're making your brain mush.
Right.
But I think that if you find what you're good at, you find what you like, and you follow the things that you like, you're interested in, you can make social media your friend. You can make life itself your ally.
True.
But we've talked about this. Your biggest enemy can't be yourself.
Yep.
I think once you learn to, it's so corny to say, but like it's not. Self-love. Love yourself. You shouldn't look in the mirror and just be like, God, fuck this guy, or fuck this girl. Who the hell is this person? Right. Can't be like that. When I wake up, I just look in the mirror and go, you know,
right, you don't
chilling.
Think anything
there's
bad
no thoughts going on. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy because you might not have known this. And every time I've seen you back in school, you have these the iconic, I call them the iconic, what are they, Beats?
The Beats headphones?
The iconic yellow Beats.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. For me, back in high school, I had earbuds like any other normal person.
Yeah.
And I couldn't listen to music with both earbuds in at the same time. I had to have like at least one, usually two,
really
looped over because I thought that was breathing too loud at all times. So let's say it's like 6:50 a.m. getting on the bus while everyone's still waking up. I'm going like it was bad, and I thought that was normal.
Right.
And now we learned that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I don't know. It's so crazy because we set ourselves to such a standard at such a young age. I think that's what also helps when people have conversations like this, or you have an adult just sit you down and be like, look, you are so young and have so much time. That's the biggest thing.
Right.
And life is it's definitely a journey, it's definitely a grind, but I definitely think that you can do things to give yourself an advantage, I guess you could say. Are you religious by any chance?
So I was baptized. And
Catholic Church?
Yes.
Italian?
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
And then I fell off the wagon, I would say.
Yep.
I was a full-blown atheist for a long, long, long time. And
I don't use the word hate. I don't fault you for that.
Right. But recently, I have, within the past, couple months or 4 or 5 months, I tried making a relationship with God, which is when people hear me say that, they laugh.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you? I'm like, yeah, me.
So when you were going through this atheist phase, I'm assuming that's when you were at your worst? Were you like why me? Like if there was a God, like fuck.
Right. That's exactly what I thought.
I mean, you can't.
And I was like, why the hell? It literally felt like something new would happen every second. And that followed into freshman year of college. And I was like, what the hell did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Like, why is it me? But I stopped that. And my brother is very religious.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Why not? Like what's the worst that can happen? Nothing. So it's actually kind of nice.
Do you still go to church?
I never really have been to church before. Only time I've been to church was singing inside one.
Did you ever go to a CCD, church school?
Never.
No,
my mom never put me in it.
Yeah, so I was, I don't know if you're baptized, same church, Holy Spirit.
I'm not sure where I was baptized.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not a priest, what? But I was baptized, Catholic church, went through CCD, confirmed in the Catholic church.
Wow.
Which is really creepy. Confirmation is creepy. So everyone's wearing the red robes. And
dude, that's what I think it's weird. Sometimes it's weird.
No, it was, dude. I remember one of the last things they say to you before you're officially a member of the church is they go, and do you renounce all evil things, including Satan? I'm like, whoa, what do you mean by that? Like, I'm not evil, but like,
what
whoa.
What do you mean by that?
Like, what's about to happen?
No, for real.
So then, fun fact, I don't know if you knew this. So my parents are divorced, but when you get remarried, which my mother did, you cannot get remarried in a Catholic church.
Really?
So she moved just like a tad bit to Christianity, which is literally the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm being honest, if you were to ask me, what religion are you? Like, what are you? I just say Christian Catholic.
Right.
And here's why. Same thing. Catholics are more by the book, very old school from what I've learned. Like, you go to Catholic church right now. I haven't been to church in years, but I
Yeah.
promise you, Maddie, I promise you I know exactly how it's going to go. Everyone sits down. Everyone's dressed up looking all nice for a nice Sunday morning, even though they're probably pieces of shit outside the church. They think that they're going to get cleansed, right? And then they sit down, and then they listen to the priest, and they go, the mystery of faith. No idea what the mystery of faith is. I don't think anybody does.
I don't know.
And then they'll just read a passage and be like, and then Abraham said to this guy and this, that, and then they say, word, like the word of the Lord, praise be to God. What did I just learn?
Nothing.
What does that mean?
Right.
Break it down.
Right.
Christian churches, that's okay. There's there's many different types of these kind of churches. You get the pastors, so it's like, oh, Jesus, oh, like, and I love those. But they're awesome. I follow like 2 accounts where like I'm ready to run through a brick wall. Like hell yeah. And then there's the other ones where they'll have like a passage from the Bible. So, a little example. I have a tattoo across my shoulder to chest right here. Philippians 4:13. Mm-hmm. Now, somebody could say Philippians 4:13. Amen. What the fuck is Philippians 4:13?
Right.
You got to do your research, like look into it. And in a Christian church, they'd probably break it down. Mm-hmm. It means I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
Okay.
Now, some people think it's complete horseshit, religion and stuff like that. Hey, I don't fault anybody. I don't judge anybody. Because at the end of the day, you have to find your own peace with life. Because you grow up, you're born, you grow up, and then you die. I mean, it's sad.
True.
But
that's the truth.
We got to, like, come to peace with that.
Right.
Which is kind of scary.
It is.
But for us, I mean, you say now it's God again and the whole concept of God.
Yeah.
Would you be mad if it was reincarnation?
Would I be mad? Actually, no. The thought of death scares me. Like now.
Scares the fuck out of me.
I'm like, wow, like, do I just, like, before when I thought there was no, like, heaven or hell, I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be dark.
Did you get hit?
Dead.
What do you ever remember or still remember the day where you were like, holy shit, we die?
Yeah, when I was little.
Oh, it was when you were little?
Oh, it was when I was little.
Really?
I used to cry about it and get so nervous.
That's so sad.
I used to get so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, like, what the heck is gonna happen? It's just you never wake up again.
Right.
I think reincarnation is cool.
What would you want to come back as?
A dog.
Dog?
It's gotta be a dog.
What kind of dog?
I want to say a golden retriever.
That's nice.
But I think I give more pit bull energy.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
I think a dog, even though you have a short life, I want to be a dog in a loving family. You get praised.
That's nice, yeah.
You are the family, you're family glue. Like, you hold the family together.
Yeah, unless you're just a really asshole dog.
Right.
Just bark at everybody.
All you do is sleep all day. You get food, treats.
Seriously.
What can you complain about?
That's so true. Don't put me in the ocean.
No.
I don't. Whatever I come back as.
No,
it better not be in the ocean.
Please, no.
What are your biggest fears? For me, it's ocean and then heights.
I don't have fears.
Why did I know that you were gonna give me some shit like that? I really had a feeling.
I don't fear anything.
No, like you seem like someone's like, let's go sledding. I'm down.
I don't really fear.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you the person if I go, what are you afraid of? And you go, God. I fear God, homie.
No, like, I mean, like, skiing is something, yes, I wouldn't do right now because I don't want to get hurt because I play sports, but I'll do it after I graduate.
Yeah.
Or, like, I love the ocean. I don't mind heights. Like.
Okay, let me paint you a picture, right?
Right.
You're on a cruise, okay? You're on a cruise. You fall off the cruise. All right, magically, ship keeps passing by you. Maybe they leave you a tube behind.
All right, then I'm scared.
1 a.m, deep ocean. You don't know what's underneath you. Painted you a picture right there.
Yeah, now.
You still, all right then.
Now I'm afraid of the ocean.
Yes. See, no, I'm not saying like just basic going to the beach and swimming. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
I could fucking do that. I love getting hit by the waves and just laying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking like ocean.
In a situation like that, I think if you're not afraid, you might be a sociopath. So,
yeah.
I think I'd be afraid there.
Very true. Yeah, I really just, it's a life or death situation.
No, seriously.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, my fight or flight is probably activated at that point.
So, that's so interesting. Do you think that you're not afraid? Do you think that stems from you being at your worst?
Yes, I really do. I've had this conversation before, and I basically did face death, and I am here. So I'm like, all right, like, let's go. Like, let's live. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nothing really scares me.
You don't need to say it if you don't want to.
No. Say what?
What exactly happened?
I remember it was the date, literally it was December 20th, 2 days after my birthday. It was sad. And
oh my God.
Yeah, it was sad. I remember looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm not gonna get into too detail about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, and try to, and I was like, oh wow, like this is bad, and that's why I have my tattoo on this arm.
And what does it say?
It says "Be strong" with a semicolon.
What about that one right there?
Which one? This one?
Yep.
I am enough.
Okay. It's great mottos.
Yeah. So this one, I don't know if do you know what the semicolon means?
I don't.
So
I know somebody else who has this tattoo. I've heard this, but say it again.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know, it's for basically mental health. So a semicolon in a sentence is used as a pause, and the sentence keeps going rather than a period ends a sentence.
Yep.
So in the analogy, your life is the sentence, and you are the end. Like you're the author, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna use a semicolon to take a break and not end it. You know what I mean?
That's good stuff.
In your story, don't stop, just keep going.
Yeah.
So that's why I got it tattooed here, and it wasn't. This is gonna sound really deep, but whatever. It wasn't the fact that I was like, you know what, I wanna end my life. It was like that, but I hated myself so much that I thought I deserved it, because that's what people made me feel like, and that's why I did what I did. And like I said, that's why I never want anyone else to feel like that. But I was okay with not waking up again. At that point.
Did you ever have a strong circle at that point, or just nobody?
Nope. I had, at that time, I think I had 1 or 2 friends.
And no religion involved?
Nope.
Wow.
And now my mom is my best friend.
Wow.
I told my mom about, like, 8 months later, and I told my brother knew within the same week, and because he saw it.
Yeah.
And my mom is, she does get worried now, and she was like, I'm sorry, like I wish I knew. No, because I kept it so low key that, like, Mom, you had no idea, and I love my mother with everything in me. Yeah. And she now she's the biggest mental health advocate I've ever known. She wears T-shirts that say it, and like she got the same tattoo.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's like she is my savior now. And when I'm struggling now, she's the person that gives me her hand and pulls me back.
Wow. Yeah, that to me sounds like, and it's great. I said it. It's the message I bought him. Mm-hmm. And nobody steal my idea of what I'm about to say. Nobody steal it. I'm not gonna get it now, but the day, because we're gonna manifest this. Right. The day that I'm like, let's say like 215, 220, where let's say like I don't have excess skin on my back, I'm gonna get on my back going across indomitable spirit. Do you know? Okay, so let me break it down what the indomitable spirit is. Okay. The indomitable spirit is pretty much the concept of no matter what the universe, let me rephrase this even better. No matter what the cruelty of the universe can throw at you, it doesn't faze you.
I like that.
So, and I don't know if you, okay, you're a TikToker.
Right.
You consider this, right? Is that fair to say? Fair to say?
Right.
Good dancer.
Thank you.
There you go. I don't know if you ever like scroll on TikTok though. I don't know if you just post. Yeah. Okay. So this is back to the social media thing. There are people that get like constant just brainwashed stuff. When I'm scrolling on TikTok, I'm either getting funny stuff that I genuinely enjoy or like mental health, like positive vibe stuff. And one of the things is the indomitable. Every time I'm on TikTok, and I don't know, maybe my computer's listening to me because they be tracking. I don't know. 100%. But I get what's called the indomitable human spirit, and it'll be like you ever see slideshows on TikTok? Yeah, I love the slideshows. Yeah, they're made that they are. Yeah. And some of them will be like a little person and then like a giant monster in front of them, and like they'll have a label. Like each person has a label. It'll be like a dragon with like 8 heads, a hydra or whatever, and it's like staring down one person, and it's just the indomitable human spirit. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I get it.
A little concept like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what you are. I also think that your favorite. I'm not trying to sound corny just because you're on the podcast. Like I truly mean that, because I think you're gonna get people that are like, oh, I've gone through shit too, and respect. Not gonna judge. Everyone's gone through this shit. I'm not. You can't say, oh, your pain was worse than this person's pain. No. Because it's just fucked up.
Can't do that.
But I do think that there is a crossing line or like a certain limit to where it's like, oh, like you really went through some shit.
Right.
Like mine was like petty compared to yours. Mm-hmm. And I think that, no, I'm not saying.
I know.
Yeah, but it's just, you ever heard the term favored? Or there's another term, but it pretty much just means God tests his strongest
Yep.
soldiers, I
Right.
guess you could say.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not trying to get too religious or too like
Yeah.
by the book or too corny, but like there's certain things like that where I was in therapy one time and that term got brought up to me. I was like, holy shit.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. And then that was when, honestly, that might have been the day where I was like, oh my God. So, I'm getting tested. And then, not for COVID. See what I did there? I'm getting tested. And then, because I'm going through all these trials and tribulations,
Right.
that will lead to me being where we are today.
Yeah.
And obviously, no day is perfect. You got to, and
No.
like you said, progress can be, however, as long as
Right.
it goes up once in a while and it's trending in that direction. But I think that what I do is I just learn to take it day by day. If yesterday was the worst possible day that you could have ever had ever, the next day, I promise you, will never be that day.
Right.
That's how you have to look at it.
100%.
Like, you could have 100 great days, and just because you have one bad day, you can't take that away from all the other great days.
I agree.
It happens.
100%.
Like, when I go to bed, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to wake up, new day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you write in, like, a journal,
I
power of
do.
the pen. It works.
I do.
I haven't written it today. Or, like, I use my notes.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I use my notes for everything.
That's valid.
Movies, shows, music, passwords. Don't steal my fucking phone. Yeah, I write everything in there. And I'll just write little things. Like, I'm going to clean my room today.
Did it?
I mean, I don't know if it's clean right now, but but yeah, like little things like that.
No, I get that. I do a lot of reading. A lot of, like, self-help books and a lot of poetry, and I annotate them.
Wow.
And I do write. I have a journal right in there. But, yeah, that definitely helps. And, like, going back to what you were saying, like, different people's trauma, like, that's, like, I know a lot of times people will look at, like, if my friends, like, for example, how do I put this? Like, my friends, they tell me what they're going through, and, like, when they ask me, how are you, and I actually say what's going on, they're like, oh, shit, like, I shouldn't. I was like, no, like, no. Like, I was like, no, don't feel bad. Like, don't feel bad. Like,
right, yeah.
No, but, like, an analogy I use is, like, a person that drowns in 15 feet of water versus someone that drowns in 1 feet of water. Like,
Still drowning.
They still drown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how you did it. It's the same outcome. So, like, you can't take people's trauma differently. You should take it the same way. And I think that's what a lot of people, like, look over.
Yeah.
But, like, even people that watch this that are like, oh, like, come on, like, I go through my stuff too. Like, I wish you well. Like, I wish you peace. I wish you positivity.
Absolutely.
Like, heal yourself.
Good vibes.
Because
yes.
everyone goes through the stuff that they go through, but don't take away from someone else's, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I think a lot of people need to do, a lot of, like, digging.
Yeah.
And do those, like, power of the pen and, like, look at yourself and reevaluate yourself in
So,
that aspect.
would you say your junior year was the worst year, or was it senior year?
Sophomore, junior year.
Sophomore, junior? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, senior year, I would say that was when I was at my worst. And I don't know if you knew this. I've shared this story many times on here. I skipped my high school graduation. Don't know if you knew that. Maybe
Yep.
you did. You did.
I watch.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's it's crazy you said that. You brought up about your parents like feeling bad, because I'll never forget this. My mom and dad, I just remember they kept telling me, like, man, it's crazy because, like, now I know I'm in the zone. I'm in the groove.
Right.
I'm good. Like, if I'm 70, I'm doing fucking fantastic.
Right.
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
But I still remember, and I'm sure you can remember. You don't want to ever go down that path,
No.
but I'm sure you can remember what it felt like.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
that dark void. And it's honestly so, like you said, you were so embodied by that dark feeling where it's like, dude, I don't even know. Like, I don't even want to move right now.
No.
And I was surrounded by that dark cloud, and my parents were looking at me. They're like, I know my son. Like, you are not my son. Look, when I heard that, I got chills. I was like, you're not my son, like, my loving boy. Like, what's going on with you? And they were trying to figure it out, and they felt like, what could they have done better? And I'm looking at them, I'm like, the one thing, I didn't really know what life was going to, unfold at that point.
Right.
But I did know one thing. Like, my parents, I was like, you guys are fine.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
no,
you.
like, you can't, it's not on you. Like, this was totally out of your control. And there were many, many circumstances that led up to my personal
Yes.
downfall. But I also learned that I had a really bad chemical imbalance. Don't know if you ever heard of that, or if maybe that's what
Oh, 100%.
was wrong with you. Yeah, my ass was just not getting any sunlight, and I wasn't working.
Serotonin levels are low.
Yep, and plus I played football for 4 straight years and was constantly working out on a schedule. Not only was that schedule ripped away from me because I stopped playing because it was done.
Right.
And then, you know, I was still figuring myself out. And then all of a sudden it was just like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then, but let me tell you something, Maddie. I don't know if you've ever made a bold decision and you're like, oh, like I'm going to thrive from this day forward, or like this is my moment and like nobody can take this away from me.
Yeah.
Type thing. Even if it was controversial, that was that day for me. There was principals calling my house. People thought that I died that day. Yeah. There was 2 days in high school where people thought I died, and I had people calling me, freaking out. We're all good. Don't worry. Right. Obviously. But yeah, no, it was crazy. I'm like, dude, like, what is going on? I had people messaging me that I didn't even talk to. Why aren't you going to your own graduation, dude? I'm like, bro, who the fuck are you?
Right, why?
Like,
why are you talking to me?
Like, if you weren't there for me when I was here, like,
right,
why are you hitting me up now? I'm like, what, just for a highlight? Like, it's like, even when I get there, what are you going to be constantly thinking about me the whole time? Like,
right.
What are you doing?
That's so true.
So, yeah, I stayed home. I have one regret. Okay, I have no regrets in life, but one. And it's honestly not even that bad. Maybe. I didn't go to the after party. I wanted to get hypnotized. Yeah. I've never been hypnotized, and I already know that my brain is gullible enough to you know.
They do it sometimes at Central.
Do they?
They have like certain things, yeah.
Just get a bunch of people who should go. That'd be crazy.
And to get hypnotized, you don't have to have a weak mind. That's a myth.
You just have to well, I'm not necessarily saying weak mind.
Gullible.
My mind, not even gullible. Just my mind is so open to letting that happen.
Right.
Pause. That yeah. Just don't make me come back as something sus when I wake up. Like, oh my god, I swear to God, if someone gives me a video of me doing some like crazy shit.
No.
Yeah. No, but that'd be cool.
Also, another fun fact, when you're hypnotized, you would never do anything that you wouldn't do if you were not hypnotized. So say if if you're hypnotized and someone told you to kill someone, you won't do it if you wouldn't do it normally if you were not under that influence.
Okay, what if you like okay. Not saying that this relates to me. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I'll let you decide. All right. Let's say something as simple as dancing. Let's say people know that maybe you would dance. Yeah. You never dance in front of everybody. Yeah. Maybe behind closed doors. Then it's like, oh yeah, like this is your true self. Oh nah, that could be like a crazy way. Oh, I'm not gonna let my intrusive thoughts go crazy. Oh my god. Nah. Oh my god. A hypnotist would have so much power over somebody. Seriously. Ugh. Maybe I don't want to do it. I have nothing to hide though. No. Yeah. What did you get? I'm assuming you went to your graduation and went through all that. Did you go to the after party? What did you end up winning? Because they gave out prizes.
I didn't do anything like that.
What do you mean?
I played volleyball the entire time, actually.
Oh, really? But like, didn't they give away prizes and stuff at the end? I thought that's what they normally do.
Yeah, if you do a raffle, I don't think I stayed.
Really? Oh yeah, till like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Needed some sleep.
Yeah. No, I don't remember. I remember my friends got stuff, but I didn't get anything.
Right.
Yeah.
When you were a senior and going through your season for volleyball, did were you already getting offers before that? Like right after the all conference year, were you constantly being scouted and felt the pressure, but you were like thriving in it? Like, break down the process of somebody of a D1 caliber athlete, which you're obviously a D1 athlete. Break down the process of the scouting process and having to deal with recruits and all that stuff.
I was talking to 5 different schools.
Can you say what they were? Do you think? If it's best not to, you don't have to.
I don't know.
All right, that's fine.
And I can say my top 2 though. Okay. FPU, Franklin Pierce University. Okay. In New Hampshire, where my brother went. Wow. That's a D2 school. But they have a great program. Doesn't matter the division you play either. It's still a college sport. And then obviously Central. I was talking to Central at the beginning of my junior year. So I already knew, like, technically where I was going to go. I verbally committed very early to them. Wow. I verbally committed the end of my junior season. So I kept it a secret for a long time.
What led to you just saying, oh, yeah, like, I know this is where I'm going?
I talked to Coach a lot, and I did a visit, liked the girls on the team. Yep. And it was really close to home. And
that's always nice.
And I didn't want to leave or go away from my family. Like I said, I'm very close with my mom, very close with my parents, and my brother too. That was something I didn't want to leave. with that. Yeah, I think that's why I really was like, I'm going to do this. It's the cheapest option, too. That's the thing I want to do.
Did you get a scholarship?
Not necessarily. So being in the honors program at Central cuts your tuition in half. Straight up.
Must be nice.
But
that's awesome.
That's crazy. But Franklin Pierce, though, out-of-state tuition is so expensive. So I was like, nah.
Yeah.
But I like where I'm at. I like the school. I like my major. I love people here. So I'm glad what I picked.
Yeah. It seems like every time I see you on campus, you're just
I
at
love
peace.
being on campus.
Yeah, it's nice.
I actually do, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the community's so great.
Yeah.
Everyone's so chill. It just makes sense. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it makes sense to go from where we went to school to right there. It's
right
there.
Right.
It's just, it's nice. I've definitely enjoyed my entire. I might go for my master's there. I don't know. Mm-hmm. What about you? You thinking about? Because you said you postgrad, right?
Right, but they don't have a PA program there.
Really?
So
where would you possibly go after?
UConn, USJ. They have really good PA programs. So those are my two big things.
Yeah.
Probably USJ.
Right. So this, because obviously I had Nat on last week, and here we are now. So you personally, just as the season as a whole with your team, obviously the season didn't end the way that anybody would have wanted. But, oh my God, I totally skipped past this like 20-something, maybe 30 minutes ago. I'm so sorry. There could have been someone's like, dude, what were you going to say? I think I did, but maybe I didn't go into it. You're one of the greatest celebration artists I've ever seen in any sport ever. Ever. I'm not trying to sound corny. Only because of the one I'm going to say. Where or how did you invent the CPR one? CPR? I have to know. How did that come to fruition?
So, my best friend on the team, Alexis, her and I are literally like the same person, copy and paste.
Yep.
So, she had this idea. She was like, all right, you're going to go on the ground, and you're going to act like you're dead, and I'm going to CPR you, and you're going to have to act like it. I was like, all right, so let's go.
That's so awesome.
We've been doing that since last year.
No, that's such a good song. But when's the time like that you do it?
Usually when it's a killer swing, like when it hits the ground. So when Nyjah bounces the ball.
Dog.
Insane. Or when Izzy will hit a ball straight down. Veronica, Lauren, like Bella, anyone.
Shout
when
out.
they get such an insane swing, I'm like, all right.
Like that was a fucking.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like down the line or across court. I'm like, all right.
Right.
That's cool. We also have other celebrations too, like getting a block.
Yeah.
Like I bark really loud in the gym.
Yeah.
But it just hypes people up, And you get in the other team's head by doing it.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh my God. Other team's head. Dude, who the hell was it? St. Francis U?
Wow.
Nah, like they really made an enemy out of me. Like, and I have no enemies.
That was crazy.
I don't like them.
That game was crazy.
No, like I really don't like them. Like
that game was crazy.
I'm not gonna. Nah, I'm gonna say nope. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. But
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, aside from this season, you're in your second year.
Right.
Obviously, going into next year. What are some? How do I say this? Whether it's goals or even then, even when it comes to like whether you want to gain weight, lose weight. I don't know if you want to ever like structure yourself differently.
Yeah.
But what's the work ethic been of a D1 athlete? Because it seems like you're just constantly.
It's all the time.
Yeah.
And when you think that like, oh, I can relax.
Yeah.
It's what I talked to you about, like the grind of it, and it's crazy because we wake up, we don't have anything in the morning, which is a bless. I would prefer morning practice.
I would too.
But we don't have that, so whatever.
Yep.
It's fine. So we wake up, go to class all day, and then we have lifts 2 days a week, and then we have practice right after until 7 o'clock at night.
Yep.
And think about it. So all day long you're in class, then you have to eat. Good luck finding time to eat, by the way. And then you have to go to practice, go all the way up until 7 o'clock, rush the dining hall, eat. Then you get back to your room at like 8 o'clock. Then you have to shower, and then you have to start your homework.
Ooh.
And then do it all over again. So it's like, that's the grind, but you gotta love it. And
it obviously seems like you do.
I love it. I love lifting in general.
Yeah.
But in the spring, it's like, how do I put it? We lift 3 days a week, and we have practice 2 days a week.
Yep.
But then there's a stretch where we have lift and practice towards the end. And that's fun because it's literally just a grind. But I think my favorite part is preseason, which sounds crazy because people hate preseason.
Yeah.
But literally we have double sessions every day, lifting. It's just so much fun because your only job is to go play.
Yeah.
You don't have class. You don't
True.
have anything else. It's just like you're with your friends all the time.
I hear that.
So that's fun.
What was it like going on the road? Just in general, just like traveling.
That's fun. Staying in hotels and stuff with your friends and like, cause like I said, your teammates are like your sisters.
Yeah.
Like, you guys fight like sisters, but you guys also love each other like your own family.
Right.
So like, I would kill anybody for my teammates. Like,
fucking kill me. Jesus Christ.
I love all of them.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. But being on the road with them, 6-hour bus rides together, playing stupid games, just that's stuff you don't forget.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I was literally talking today with one of the teammates. Shout out Mia. Shout out.
My G.
Yeah, I was talking with her today, and this is year 2, and you guys, and the majority of the team is sophomores, right? If I'm not mistaken. Next year is gonna be. I have a feeling next year, but you don't want to skip ahead. But the 4th year, oh my God, Maddie, my expectations are like, but we gotta worry about the now.
Yeah.
But that year 4,
Yeah.
barring anything crazy, that year's gonna be fucking crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
And I assume, but it's gonna be cool because I don't know if I'm going for my master's at CCSU or in general, but I think I might because I have nothing else going on. But I don't graduate till next fall.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm going to be there for another season.
Yeah.
Man, I can't say this enough. If you go to CCSU and you're not watching this team, shame on you. Season just ended, so you got a whole year to get your shit together. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Cannot stress that enough.
Thank you.
I genuinely enjoy, like, I never watched volleyball in high school, either sport.
Yeah.
And our town was good as hell at volleyball.
Yeah, especially the boys team. They're crazy.
They had a
were
dynasty.
So good. They were so good.
But my ass was too busy playing football. I was always busy, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I very look for oh my God, keep freaking my words, blah, 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 I got my tongue. I look forward to your future success.
Yeah.
And whether it's you, the team, just everything as a whole, I wish nothing but the best for you and the team. You've been very generous with your time. Thank you so much. Seriously, this has been awesome. Was there anything else that you wanted to get off your chest that maybe, because this is your time to shine, Maddie.
No,
I'm just saying.
Definitely.
Like, in case, whether it's to your future self, if
Yeah.
it's to anybody listening that you don't think you've ever had the chance to say to a lot of people.
I don't really have much. I've said everything that I've said.
Nice. I'm glad.
Yeah, I just, I want to say thank you for letting me, be on
Oh my
here
God,
and,
Maddie,
talk about
anytime.
everything. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just to everybody that's, watching, don't be afraid to get involved and reach out to Mario and, come on here and talk about everything that you want to talk about. It's fun. He's a great guy. So,
Yep.
seriously, guys, let's go.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But 3 things.
Yep.
I told you before.
Yep.
You think you're ready?
The music one, still probably not, but whatever.
All right, that's fine. All right. Words of advice or encouragement to those listening, watching, your future self, or whoever.
Yes. So words of encouragement, I would literally just say, just keep going. That you could take that in a broader stance. You could take that personally, but just keep going because no matter what you're dealing with right now, tomorrow it might not matter. It's not going to matter in 5 years from now. You just have to keep pushing, keep fighting, and just don't give up.
Yes.
Because once you let yourself down, once you let your mental go, then everything else goes. You got to keep yourself up and just let go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Movie and or show recommendation. Or both.
This is going to sound really gross, but if you guys like gory stuff, the Jeffrey Dahmer series was...
You liked it?
It was crazy.
No.
I was obsessed with it.
I didn't like it.
If you like that stuff, fine.
Are you into the criminology aspect of
I
shows?
love that stuff.
Have you ever seen Dexter?
Mm-mm.
Gotcha. That's your next show.
All right.
Or have you seen You? I just started You.
No, I
seen it?
haven't.
I just started You.
I don't watch much.
You need to.
I don't watch
Maddie,
much.
I have lists, Maddie.
I loved All American.
No.
I loved it.
Are you serious?
I did.
I never saw it. I didn't want to. I thought it was corny.
I liked it. The 4th season was too much.
Yeah.
But that was
Gotcha.
good. Movies, you're gonna think I'm a weirdo, but Black Panther.
Which one?
The first one came out.
Did you see this?
I did. On opening day, I saw it.
Good for you. Wait, so are you all caught up on Marvel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Maddie.
Huge Marvel fan.
Oh, my God. That makes me so happy.
Yep. So Black Panther movie. Gotta see the second one, too.
Wakanda Forever, man. It's such a good movie.
100%. Shout out Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, R.I.P. My God.
I cried.
I'm not going to, for those because it's still fairly new, I'm not going to spoil anything that happens in the movie.
No.
But I will say this one thing. The opening credits, I don't know about your theater, the silence in the theater, I almost...
Wait, you saw it too?
Yeah, I saw it. Why else would I be saying it? The silence in the theater.
You hear a pin drop.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
No, I really walked out of there. I walked out of there and I still couldn't get my mind out of the opening credits.
Oh my God.
It was...
Did you see what the ending said? The words on the screen?
What?
Black Panther will return.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
What do they mean by that?
No, we can talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch the movie.
Yeah,
what are you
seriously.
doing?
Come on, guys.
That's awesome though. Black Panther. Good for you.
Yeah.
Marvel. That's what's up.
Yep.
Do you have like a top 5 real quick?
God, top 5?
Yeah. Maybe top 3, top 2.
I don't know.
Okay.
Such a hard question.
Okay. Let me give you a very easy question. What did you think of Thor: Love and Thunder and Doctor Strange? Were those the 2 that came out this year? And Doctor Strange.
I think Thor was crazy.
Good or bad?
Good and bad. I liked Thor's character.
Say it was mid.
I think it could have been portrayed better.
Do you think it was mid?
I don't want to say that.
Say it because I think it was mid. Say it.
Only reason why is
I did not think it was a good movie.
I love Marvel movies, which is why I have a good idea of it.
Gotcha.
It was mid.
Yes, it was. And then what about Doctor Strange? Are you a fan of Wanda? I think Wanda is a woman who doesn't know how to grieve properly. I can't stand her. She annoys me.
I have to agree with you on that one.
She annoys me.
Yeah.
And that's not... It's a Marvel character, people. I'm not trying to categorize people. No, please don't chastise me.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Wanda. I don't like her.
No.
Like, I was... I'm not going to say what happens in that movie either, because in case you haven't watched it.
Yeah, probably not.
But that's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't get... I mean, I'm not trying to say this because I'm sure many of them are out there, but you don't see many girl Marvel fan, like especially all caught up, like you know your shit.
Yeah.
So, like, if somebody... just came up to you, like, have you seen, what about the shows? Have you seen, like, Luke Cage?
I haven't seen the shows. That's the thing.
You need to see the shows.
All right.
And Luke Cage got discontinued, but oh my God, it was so good. Mm-hmm. Daredevil's incredible. Mm-hmm. Iron Fist was good. Jessica Jones was
Yeah.
But I loved Hawkeye, the show.
Yep.
With Haley Steinfeld.
Yep.
Oh, she's awesome.
I just love the Hawkeye, like...
Yes,
I love that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hawkeye's fire. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I will say, though, if you do like their criminology stuff, Dexter, look into it.
Valid.
I highly... What about Breaking Bad? Have you seen Breaking Bad?
My parents have. It's too gruesome and brutal at times for me.
No, it's not.
No, listen to me. I can't watch people get beat up or, like, I can't watch that.
So you could watch Jeffrey...
Listen, I didn't see it.
I'm listening.
I didn't see it. I didn't see someone get punched and someone get, like, if I saw him doing what he was doing, I had to turn away.
Yeah.
But watching people suffer or struggle or getting beat up on, even though it's like acting, I can't watch. I'll cry.
Let me think. And Breaking Bad? I mean, okay, yeah,
People
there's
get their
definitely
asses
moments.
beat.
There's definitely moments, sure. But Maddie's the greatest show of all time.
Yeah.
Maddie, you have to, at some point, like, please.
Okay.
I watch Breaking Bad. It just goes to anybody. The greatest show ever. I'm a strong advocate of that.
Love that show.
Same with Peaky Blinders, right there. Shout out Peaky Blinders. And The Sopranos. How you doing? And then lastly, I know you said it's gonna be tough, and honestly, if it's really that hard, just rattle off some artists,
Music.
albums, or whatever that you're really into. That should be bumping with the iconic yellow headphones.
I love Brent Faiyaz.
Brent Faiyaz is fire.
I love him.
He's like Miguel times 10.
I just love his voice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I love his voice. I'm a big Broadway fan.
Really?
I love Hamilton.
Wow, I haven't even seen plays like that, surprisingly.
I love Broadway, so that type of thing. Like, my playlists go from, like, Machine Gun Kelly to, like, Brent Faiyaz, Hamilton,
to,
Kid
like,
Leroy.
Lion King play?
Yeah, Kid Leroy to, like, it's just crazy.
Wow.
I love every genre. That's
Good for
why
you.
it's, like, it's so hard.
Yeah.
I love Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know why I love him so much.
I'm not a Machine Gun Kelly fan.
I love him.
I don't like that guy. When he got dissed by Eminem, I was very happy.
All right, but he does have some good songs.
Yep. Well, the only one I like that everyone likes is I'm not gonna sing it. You know, everyone sang it. Number one hit on the radio.
My best friend's ex.
I swear to God.
Yep.
I'll never fall in love.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Oh, A Boogie, bro.
Don't tell me you like.
I'm a Boogie fan. No, hear me out.
Here now you're.
Me. Listen.
Maddie.
Hear me out.
A Boogie with the hoodie.
Just listen.
Oh my god.
There are some songs where I will go off like and just rap Boogie and like my teammates, like shout out Tori, like if you're watching.
Shout out.
Me and her go in, me and my brother.
You were doing so good, Maddie.
Alright, but listen to me.
Maddie.
He has some good songs.
Oh my god. I don't like him. Do you know how tired I was of in high school? It was, oh my god, what song was it?
Still Thinking About You?
No. It was like 2018, 17, A Boogie. Oh my god, I forget what song it is. Obviously, Drowning is one of them. Don't sing it.
No, I won't.
Don't. I don't like A Boogie. I'm not a fan.
Okay, that's valid.
You know he came to Central, right?
Yes.
With Black Bear?
Yep.
I do like Black Bear, though.
He's okay.
He's alright.
I like Drake, too.
What'd you think of Her Loss?
I like it.
Very good album.
The first song, Rich Flex. Wow.
Do Your Thing, 21.
Yeah.
I don't like Drake. I like Drake the artist. I do not like Drake the person. I think he's a scumbag. Respectfully. You know what? Let me. Maybe because I meet the guy one day.
Yeah, let me reel it in a little bit.
No. Okay, no, that's unfair. I'm so sorry, Drake. I'm jealous. I'm not really the biggest Drake fan. Maybe until I get to know the guy. It's just from a glance.
Right.
But that's good. What's your favorite Drake album? Do you have a favorite Drake album? I don't. Mine is Views.
That one's good.
2016 Drake.
That one's good. The thing is, when you ask a favorite album, I never have an answer. Like, people asked me this before. I can't give you one. Like, I love all music, so it's, like, so hard.
I gotcha.
You know?
Like, do you have, like, a number one clear-cut artist, though? Is it Machine Gun? No?
I go through phases where I'll literally...
Yeah.
I love John Legend.
Great shout out.
Love him.
Shout out.
Like, I love Christmas music, too. Like, I'll listen to that right now in the car.
Hey, selfless plug. If you go to my link in my bio on my Instagram, I have, like, all my playlists that I listen to on a regular basis. And I have, which hasn't been listened to by many people, the Big Fudge Christmas Special playlist.
Valid.
Just saying.
It's got to be listening to that later.
So good. I love it. But, yeah, I've gone through phases, too.
Yep.
With all these artists. Bruno Mars, Dua Lipa.
Michael Jackson,
the king.
Love.
I separate the artist from the person, regardless of what people think. I mean, yeah, the king.
I agree.
No, that's good stuff, Maddie.
Yeah.
I feel like we accomplished a lot today.
I agree with you.
Today was a very good.
It was great.
Like, I feel very cleansed
I'm waiting
now.
for this, you know?
Yeah, this was Maddie. This was awesome.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it is that time.
Okay.
Everybody has a story, and it's still being written. I encourage that you keep going, keep striving. My heart is with you all. And with that said, ciao for now. Maddie Massaro, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasure to have you on, my friend.
Pleasure, Maya.